everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Happy Monday. So I'm here with the start of this week's creative adventure, and I'm going to be making a couple of little Traveller's Notebooks journals using the Glorious Birds Traveller's Notebook kit from Tracy Fox Creative. I just thought, oh, they're such gorgeous papers. Now I've already gone ahead and done my two covers, but I wanted to get them finished, so I thought I'd take you along with the journals this week, Monday and Wednesday, as we put some of these together. Now I've only got as far as collage in the front covers, and I've pulled out some papers. I haven't cut them to size or anything like that, so I wanted to kind of show you the very beginning of how I put a bit of a journal together and just craft along with me. So first things first is I want to cover these with some Mod Podge. I've got to the side of me here. So what I think we'll do is we'll just start with the first one here. These are the bits that go with this one. So if I leave them just to the side of me. Now I've got repurposed my old cereal liner, which is absolutely perfect as a mat. An old jar lid, and let's put some Mod Podge. That came out quite quickly. And I've got my brush here, so I'm going to brush on a layer of Mod Podge just to seal it. I don't often, I didn't the last ones, the Daffodil and Daisy one, I didn't seal them with Mod Podge. I didn't, because they were an old envelope. I didn't think they needed it. Some do, some don't. With Traveller's Notebooks, because they were obviously intended to take on travels and everything, I just think they need to be a little bit more durable. Okay. So I'm trying to keep it quite thin. Doesn't need to be a thick layer on here. With glue. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. You seem to have been really enjoying my crafty makes this month so far, or the journals I've been making. So that's good. And next month I've got my collaboration video. I've mentioned it in my last week. About my design team work for Rach and Bella, but this month she's collaborated with Angela Kerr to come up with some really nice digitals. Absolutely gorgeous garden themed journals. It does slide a little bit on here. Making sure I've got it all. I think I've covered it all. Yeah, that looks covered. So the beauty of using these cereal liners is I can just lift this and put it to dry behind me. So that's one done. Got another liner here, and we will do the cover of the other one. trying to work quite quickly as well when I do the Mod Podge, so that if I put a thin layer on, it doesn't start to dry too much. There we go. I think I might need some more glue. Let's quickly pull some out. There we go. Now I've already pre-inked this as well, and let that dry, because again I don't want the ink to smudge too much. I do think I might put some lace on the inside as well of some of the pages, and I definitely want to put a bit of lace on the spine. There, what's that? No, that's in the digital. I thought it was a hair, but it's in the digital. So there we go, that's that covered. It's nice, quick and easy. So let's pop this one to the side. Okay, and I'm just going to scrape that back. In my pot, and then wrap it back up in this damp baby wipe, and we'll just leave all of this to the side, and we can maybe by the end of towards the end of the video I can do the next stage do inside. Okay, so that's my trimmer to the side of me, and I'm going to need a blade in it. So what I tend to do right at the very beginning when I'm planning out a journal, sometimes I'll do pages, sometimes I'll do the cover, just depends on whether I'm doing a fabric cover, but as you see, the cover was collaged because these are just such beautiful papers that I wanted to have a lot of the birds on the front. So what I now do, these are all the pages you get, and I need to go through and decide which one I'm going to have as my front page and then which I have as my centre page. And as you know, I double my pages up, and it's no different when I'm doing a traveller's notebook. I do exactly the same. So let's have a little flip through and see. I like that one. I think that one might be nice as the centre one. Okay, so we're going to have that as the centre. What do I want to back it? Possibly that one. Just carry on having a little look through. Yeah, I think if we have these back to back, so you will see that page open it up to the center, and then we're going to see that page. Yep, I like that. So that's the middle. So now I need to decide of these front ones what I'd like to see at the front. Just wondering how much you see. Oh, you do see both birds, and then that one on there. Do I want that on the front? Or I think I'm going to have this one on the front. And what do we want on the inside? Do we have that? Opens up to that. No, not that one. Maybe that one. What about this one? Open it up. Yeah, there we go. So that's my front and middle pages, and now I just put the pages together. I quite like that one with that one, I think, as to how I'd like to see them. So that's that one. Again, I want to see this one on the top. Oh, I can't take it up, so I'm wondering if that one... Yep, so that's another page. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do another couple. These are the pages. I quite like this blackbird. I'd like to use that. And maybe that one. So you have that on one of the pages. Although you're going to cut him off, aren't you? You're going to cut his beak off. Yeah, I think you do. Okay, that's a candidate for having as a flip and a flap. Then I don't want flip flaps on those, but I am thinking of having flip flaps on some of these. So if we had the bird this side opening like that, when you turn the page over, you're still going to see a bird like that. Okay. And then if you have this one and this one, you'd have that page there as a plain page, and even if you flipped it this way, you'd have that one as your plain page. So this one is going to have these as flip outs on it. Okay, and then this one, I might do some flip outs or something on that one as well. Okay, so that's how I kind of go through. I work out what I'm putting in for the front and the center pages. Then I work out some other pages that will just be as they are. And then I've got a flip page. And then this one, actually, I'm going to have it as a pocket. Although you wouldn't, if it's a pocket, you've got a good amount of writing space on those two pages. Okay, I'm just going to have a look and see. So you've got writing space on that one as well, and possible writing space on there. I actually think I'm going to swap this. for this one, so that gives you writing space on there. Okay, so that's those two. And then that one goes like so. With your writing space. Yeah, okay. So that's how I want to do my pages. So what I want to do now is glue them in the middle together. You've seen me do this quite a few times before. So this is our front page and we are having this one behind it. So I flip that one over and I can just about see through as they're traveller's notebooks. And I'm just going to do a bit of glue in the middle and then line my pages up. Just pop it down a little bit so that I can actually see. There we go, line that up, smooth that out, and that's our front page ready. We can trim that all up now before we glue the rest of it. Now this is the centre page, that one's going to be behind it, so we're going to go that way and we're just going to put a bit of glue in the middle, and I'm going to do exactly the same, line it up, and those are ready to be cut. Okay, so we've got this page here, fold in like so. It's got good writing space, so I'm going to leave this one as another one all joined together. This one is going to flip that way, so I want to pop a bit of glue in here. Turn a little bit, I can see a bit easier. Okay, so that's 4 pages now that we've got. I'm still going to put the bead of glue in the middle, but I'm just going to do there because I am still thinking I might do some extra flips on this page. So I'm going to leave that one up there for now. This is the spare page that's going to form some of the flips, and I definitely wanted flips on this page because every page, whether you fold it that way or that way, you're going to have a blank page, and I really wanted to see that blackbird on there. So let's put, there's the centre, just put a bit of glue there. Okay. So now what I do is I trim them up. So this is our centre page, and by doing it once I've glued them together, I can then see if I need to trim any excess off. Go around, trim them up, turn it over. There's a bit of white there, so I will re-trim this page. It's not wanting to go. I thought I'd got the new blade. Yeah, I have got the new blade here. Okay, I'm going to come down No, it's still not wanting to go. Oh, why is it not? Okay, I don't think I have the new blade actually. That would be why. It feels new. It feels like it's the new blade. Okay, I'm going to have to take a little bit more off of this one out. There we go. That's obviously the new blade. This one feels as sharp as anything though. Okay. I do go through these blades. Do go through them quite a lot. Okay, so that's tidied that up. It does mean that things might be slightly off centre, but that's absolutely fine. That's a smaller page. So that's one page done. So let's do our next page. This is our centre page. It's a really murky day here today. It's been raining all morning. Perfect day for crafting when it rains. Okay, so that's trimmed up, and that one's trimmed up fine. So there we go. We've got front and centre, and then we were just doing a couple of other little pages, so these can all be trimmed now as well. Don't need that out, it keeps catching. So that's done, and there's a bit of white here, so we should be able to take, yeah, got the right blade this time. That's cut the tiniest of bits off. Okay, that's another one. And then we've got this one here. I'm hoping that the weather will dry out by the weekend. There's quite a lot of shrubs and bushes in the garden, some of the trees as well. Cherry tree and that need a good prune this year, and we have to wait till they finish flowering, and I needed to at the weekend so that hubby can help me, because there's no way I'd manage to do it on my own. So yeah, that first one, as you can see, is only ever so slightly shorter, probably about 1/2 centimetre, but that'll be fine once it's in the journal. A lot of the pages I'm going to do them at different widths anyway, because when you do a traveller's notebook, and in any journal, the folding of the papers always makes them staggered. You get a staggered effect like this anyway with the pages. Usually with a traveller's notebook, you would, if you're just doing plain paper inside it, you would cut them all once you've folded them so that you get them all neat, but I don't tend to worry too much, because I like to put lace and trims on the edges anyway. So that's those pages ready. These are the ones that we're going to add bits to, so I still need to trim these. So let's get these trimmed up. Okay, that cut, yep. So that's going with that one, so let's do this one. And then, perfect. Okay, so there are a couple to play with, so we'll pop them over to the side. So we're done with this for now. Let's get rid of all my waste over there. Okay, so the next stage of these, when it's something like the front cover that is literally just going to be this page, I use my PVA glue now, nice thin nozzle on this, and I just run the bead glue on the page, preferably not on the mat. Just whip it round all across the bottom. Now, I was asked a while back when I showed people how I did this, does it not crease the paper? Usually, no, I don't tend to get it creasing at all. What I tend to do is work from the middle out when I'm doing it like this. That's this glue off there, and then I just tend to do between my fingers and make sure it's all glued down. Like so, and then I leave it to completely dry before I attempt to fold it. And what I prefer to do as well when I've done this is use my scoreboard, score it, and then fold it. I just find having the score down the middle, being two thicknesses of paper and glued together, you're less likely to get creasing with that. If you don't have a scoreboard, you could just mark it on a board, on a ruler where the middle is. Use a ruler and a blunt ballpoint pen or your bone folder, or even just use the ruler to flip the page up and score with your finger underneath it, so you'd score like this against the ruler. But I just find it keeps it nice and neat. Okay, so that's the cover. This one is the centre page. Oops. So we do exactly the same and glue these. Oops, my glue had an air bubble. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of journals this month. Got my daffodil and daisy ones done in the first week. Then last week was my lovely pink rose journal. And now this week I'm going to do a couple of traveller's notebooks. And I have got plans to do another 2, possibly next week, if I get to them. And then I'm going to need to spend the following month, I think, making a whole bunch of ephemera, because I'm getting very low on ephemera. So again, I just want this as a page. And sometimes I sew. Once the glue has dried, I'll go then round with the sewing machine, but I'm not doing any stitching on this one. I tend to, if I do stitching on the cover, I do like to carry that through inside on the pages as well. I think it's just me and my brain. I like things to match and everything. Okay. Okay, so that's another page within the journal, and then we've got this one more page here that's just going to be plain. And then I must check the time to see where we're at as to how much longer I've got. So this is just for one of the traveller's notebooks. I will do exactly the same, repeat the process for the second traveller's notebook, sorting out which page is going to be my cover, front page, which is my centre. This is a gorgeous page. I love this page. So pretty. Okay, so that's all of those. Let's check our time. 30 minutes. Oh, that's okay. This is going to be a longer video anyway from me this week. So these are my little pages that I want to do some flip outs from. So this one I think it is, isn't it? Because either way you turn it, you're going to have this. So what I like to do is I use my tear ruler with these because it gives a lovely grungy edge to the flip. You could be neat if you wanted to and cut it on the trimmer. Now I'm going to give him a little bit of extra music because I don't want to chop his beak off. So that's some scrap. Now, another thing I like to do is just do a little pinch. I'm not actually folding it, but just a little pinch at the top, and then I'm actually just going to put a bit of ink on there, and that just helps me when I'm measuring as to how far in. So I know I'm going to need to leave a bit of a gap here because I don't want this bird to I don't mind chopping a bit of his tail off, but I want to be able to actually, no, I'm going to take this strip off. I'm going to go quite close because I don't want to cut too much of his beak, tail off, should I say. So I'm going to go here instead. We'll use that for some collaging or something. So yeah, I can now see that I'm only going to get that little bit cut off, which is good. So I'm going to tear this bit off now, the white, because that's going to make it too thick. I basically just want to leave myself a little bit of an overhang, about 1 centimetre, half an inch, that is my flap that will feed into here, stick down, and that will flap over there. Okay. Now I decide, use my mat on here, this will be a good help. We can straighten that up when I score down here. I want to make it a lot shorter, so I'm thinking about here. And then just taking that little bit off the top here. So again, let's line that up, and I think about there. And then that is going to be a nice little flip out. It hides any secret little writing spot. Okay, so what I need to do is back this. I'm just wondering if there's any other... Didn't I have some spare of these? That's all for that page, that journal. So I'm going to just move that to the side. Yeah, I've got my collage scraps in here, look, from where I did the cover. Put them all in there. Yeah, I've got a couple of spare pages here from that didn't get collaged. I'm just wondering if we put that on there, I think that would work. And then that's the backing. Yeah, let's do that. So what I want to do first is take this off. And I don't want that sticker. Okay. Glue stick is what I would use here. So we are putting it this top corner. Okay. Let's get some glue on this. There we go. I'll just line it up. You can trim any of the excess off afterwards. There we go. Perfect. Now before I tear that out, I'm going to leave that to dry, but I'll leave that to dry with this one. So that's a flip out on that page, and that's how that's going to go. This page, we could do a flip out on that. Couldn't we? So let's leave that up to dry. What have we got? Where did I put it? Here it is. That's going to be quite thin, but I wondered if music, so where I've folded that I can just see it. Yeah, the music's going to be a bit thin, and it's got to go that way because it's upside down. So yeah, the music page isn't going to work. That's fine. Perhaps we could have this bird on here as the flip out. That might be quite nice. And that's our centre. So we're going to lose a little bit of his tail. So I want to go just past his tail. I want to go about let's go to the half. There we go. And that, with a little bit of overhang, yeah, that's perfect. So again, we've got some scraps there. That's I don't think I want too much off the top, so it will be the bottom that I take the most off of. So let's measure this now on here. When I'm doing my little flippy flaps, I always like to leave them a little gap. I don't know why, I just do. There we go. That'll make a nice collage piece. So that's another one ready for flipping and flapping. And I don't know if this is a plain piece. There's a couple. There we go. Is that big enough? That one isn't big enough. No, but this is big enough. This scrap bit here. Perfect. Let's put that on there. And then these two are done, ready for this page. So let's bring my glue page back. Okay, so we want to add the top. There we go. Well, that's got that on there, and this one is going to flip out on this page, and that one's on that one. Okay, so that's that. Dry, left to dry. How are we doing on time? 41 minutes. So what do we want to do on this one? I've pulled out some other elements from Tracy Fox. She's got a bumper bird kit as well, and I just wondered whether there's anything in here. They're printed on card. I don't want anything to flip out on that one, unless we had just a little, the feather would flip out. Turn it up the right way. What about that one? Well, that one looks nice, doesn't it? She's got all sorts there. This is her bumper birds kit. Okay, yeah, I like that feather on there. I think it needs something else behind it as a little border, but I like that to flip out, just a very small little flip out. They don't have to be full pages on that side. And then on this side we could have that one, because that brings out the pink on there. Yeah, I was thinking one of these bigger birds, but I think we'll use those elsewhere. Okay, so what do we want to back them with? There's a bit of this. Just wonder if you've got that, you see that on that side, what that would look like. Yeah, because there's some blue in there. So let's pop this one on here. Okay, so that's going to get stuck on there. What do we want to pop on the back of this one? This was the other plain piece, and that's a perfect width, so that's going to get stuck on there. Brilliant. Okay, I think I need a new glue sheet. So I'll lay that one over there. Turn that way. Does that give me... Oh, it does. It leaves enough length to tuck it in. My little flap. Okay, so that's going on that side, and then this is going to go on the other side. There we go. So again, before I do anything more with them, they need to dry. "45 minutes. Okay, so while we've got all of those drying, I want to just have a check on our covers. That feels dry, actually. Oh, that's nice. That's giving it a really nice matte finish. I like that. Really like that. Okay, so let's do I want to do the inside? Do you know, I think I am going to do the inside. I love how that feels. So we'll turn that over. Just get rid of some of these glues, and I'll bring in my other glue. I'll bring in these bits back. Pop some glue on the inside. Whee, that came out quick again. So yeah, these have turned out really nicely. So again, I'm just doing a nice thin layer. Gone really quiet doing this, haven't I? Focusing on trying to get a really nice thin coat on here. To hold it down a little bit more. Okay. That's all covered. Okay, so let's go and get the other one. Yes, it's dried. It's nice. Okay, so let's carry on with this one. going quicker. I don't seem to be getting less brush strokes, which is good. Comes up nice and smooth then. Okay, hold this down. There. That is this one done. Brilliant. So let's just put the rest of my glue back in here. Don't want to waste any of it. Any excess off of the brush. And then I'll wrap this back up again for another use. So there we go, that's me Mod Podging the covers of the journal that we did, and then we were putting our pages together, and actually they feel, yeah, they do feel dry enough. So where are we? We're having these two front and centre, so I'll just show you what they're like by scoring these. So it's just over 21. I thought it might not be equal, so we're going to go, if we do this way, because then this will be a valley. No, it's got to go this way, hasn't it? Valleys to mountains. So I just do a little pinch, and on that pinch is where I need to score. So I use where I've marked a black line already, and I just score down there. That then folds over nicely, burnish it down. You get no creasing on the page, and it's really nice and smooth, and that's going to be our centre page. And then this one I do the same, put it corner to corner, pinch that gives me my guide for scoring down here, and this can be folded over, meet that side. It does, it should meet that side. There we go, it does. Burnish it down, and that's our front page. So there we go, that's how I start my journals off, deciding pages, that kind of thing that's going to go in it. So I'm going to do exactly the same as I've done with creating some little extra flip outs and pages like that with the next journal. And then I will be back on Wednesday and we'll be carrying on with this. I'll probably I'll show you how I put these in to the second journal. I'll get these all done for this one, then I'll show you for the second one, and then that should hopefully mean we'll be on to doing some decorating. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for crafting along with me, and I will see you again in my next video. Take care everyone, bye.